Hare Krishna. Welcome to morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. Before that, Bhakta Bhakti Sneha Barpal Mataji will be reading the Namamrita. Hare Krishna. Welcome to everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam.
The brahmachari must chant the holy name upon rising in the morning. In the morning, the first duty of a brahmachari seeking spiritual elevation is Huttasana, to offer sacrificial oblations to the Supreme Lord. Those engaged in brahmacharya cannot sleep until 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. They must rise early in the morning, at least 1.5 hours before the sun rises, and offer oblations, or in this age, they must chant the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna. As referred to by Lord Chaitanya, Kalau nasti eva nasti eva nasti eva gatir anyat. There is no other alternative, no other alternative, no other alternative in this age to chanting the holy name of the Lord. The brahmachari must rise early in the morning and after placing himself should chant the holy name of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.21, 45 to 47. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Shri Shri Radharaj Bihari Bhagavan ki jai, Lalita Sakhi Vishakha Mata ki jai, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय. See, there is a bhajan kriya which is given. It says Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anartha Nivritti Nishtha Ruchi Asakti Bhava Prema. And there is Sadhana Bhakti and Rag Bhakti. In Sadhana Bhakti, we have to follow the rules and regulations very strictly. Because for millions and millions of life, we are in avidya, we are in klesha. Our life is in klesha. The 5 types of kleshas which are mentioned in Madhuri Kanambari by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is that the first is avidya, ignorance, that we not understand that in what awkward situation we are in, how we are trapped in this material world. And we have to get out. This human life is meant for getting out and going back to the spiritual world. And how, because of our ignorance, we are suffering. The second is false ego, is termed as the klesha. The third is our attachment. We have many attachments to many things. The fourth klesha is that we have hatred. And the fifth is that we are abhinivesh. We are so much engrossed in material things that we tend to forget the real goal of life. So, unless and until we do not follow the path of the sadhana bhakti properly, we are not going to get out of this klesha. And Srila Prabhupada, that's why says that get up in the morning early and chant the holy name. Because in Kali Yuga, this is the only method by which all the kleshas which are there in our life, which has arise because of avidya, without a false ego, attachment, raga, dvesha, and abhinivesh, we will be able to remove it. And then auspiciousness will come in our life. And when the auspiciousness comes, then we'll be able to do bhajan kriya. And bhajan kriya is also of 2 types, unsteady bhajan kriya and steady bhajan kriya. In unsteady bhajan kriya, the first thing, the problem is that sometimes we are, doing the bhakti very nicely and sometimes it goes down. That is called as, ghana tarala. Sometime nice and sometime in a liquid form. Then in bhajan kriyas, there may be, utsahamay. Sometimes we may be very much utsaha and sometimes we go down. Then there is another type of bhakti which is called as vikalpa and vyuha. Sometimes we take sankalpa and sometimes we are not able to do that. Then sometimes we are not able to give up the attachment, material attachment, the weakness which is there, that we are attached to something and we are not able to give up. Or sometimes we are not able to follow the rules and regulations. And sometimes, which we called as, what we say, tarangarangani. We try to enjoy the material and the spiritual benefits, and we are not able to give up. That is called unsteady devotional life. And this all unsteady devotional life and klesha agni can be easily removed if we chant the name nicely in the morning and we increase the quantity of the chanting. And that's why Prabhupada says, for brahmacharis, what to speak about brahmacharis, anybody who is doing bhakti has to get up in the morning and chant the holy name nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, morning chanting program ki jai.